Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I had a second thought on the whole dealing with Daedra. I know that we talk about dealing with Daedra. It's dealing with these forces that you can't kind of define or defeat in some ways. Now I wasn't really happy with the Vigilant kind of dealing with Daedric Quest line. Really short and really not as involved as I thought it could have been. But I wanted to take a moment here, maybe even a break from the dealing with Daedra, to actually deal with Daedra in my own way. This is actually my Vigilant. He's an Imperial who was basically designed to go through dealing with Daedra first. And we've already dealt with, or we're about to deal with the Vigilant guy because, he's a devout Vigilant. My Vigilant is a devout Vigilant who's here to kind of take care of and make sure that the world is safe from the Daedra. Okay, so we're about to spin on this thing and let this guy go. So if you're not familiar, this is the end of the Daedric Quest or line for the Vigilant. So we'll play through this real quick.
We need to discuss some things first. Look at this abomination. The statues in the ruins Daedric stand at proud. Mehrunes Daedric, architect of the Oblivion crisis and the reason the Vigilant were formed, has a shrine here. The hall was initially founded as a temporary outpost so that we could keep an eye on any visitors until it was destroyed. It has taken so long that the hall became a permanent base, and we are still no closer to demolition or opening it. How can we be expected to stop the real Mehrunes Daedric from causing another crisis if we cannot even destroy the statue? If Stendarr exists, he is either dead or so weak that he may as well be. Stendarr did nothing then, he has done nothing since. How can a mere man stand against the might of a werewolf, the tenacity of a vampire, or the magic of a Grimoire? Do you know how many Vigilants have died in the last 200 years? And the Daedra are stronger than ever. If we are to protect ourselves from the Daedra, we need new gods to serve, powerful beings to provide us with weapons and troops. No, Martin Septim stopped the Oblivion crisis with the help of ancient magical artifact of immense power, proving my point. So the ancient fables say, there is no way to verify that. I can verify the power of my new god and the power of their gifts. They have no names, at least none they tell us, but every one of my tests has determined that they are not Daedra. They live in a place called the Sultan, from which they command armies of souls and wage war against the Daedra over territory. Think what we could accomplish, the power to slaughter our enemies on Tamriel and use their souls to strike back in Oblivion itself. Oh, ow! Ah yes, cut out the Daedra's influence on society like a cancer and they take the masses to ward against it. It does not work. Most people are too weak to lack the moral fortitude to resist the temptations of power. No, it's not the same thing. I don't seek power for personal gain, it is for the greater good. We mortals are easy prey to the higher beings. We cannot survive by standing alone. We have to choose a side. The Daedra are the great enemy. The gods are powerless to help. We need to find another option. Godlike beings on par with the Daedra. I found them. Don't you see? They are the hope of salvation for all men and therefore ever. Chance to beat the Daedra instead of survive. You don't understand. I should have known. You are still too young. Idealistic and naive. Unfortunately.
Actually, I didn't tend to kill the witch hunter, but it is kind of how I deal with the Daedra, because he was talking about how we become weak and we can't fight the Daedra. But I'm going to call this series, and it's the same series. It's still dealing with Daedra, but I'm going to title it Daedric Lessons. And lesson 1 is head to Markarth. So that's what we're going to do. Basically, these are several techniques I have to deal with Daedra. You can actually eliminate Daedric influence in Skyrim. And I've talked about this before when people ask questions, but I'm going to work through all 16 of the Daedric Quests just to make sure you know that this is how Vigilant should kind of take care of Daedra in Skyrim. Now, I know the Vigilant Quest line is actually... Sorry. I know the Vigilant quest line is not an actual quest line, but you can turn it into a quest line, because this is the thing. If the Vigilant quest line is done now, there's two things I can do. One, I can go ahead and deny the Daedra on a lot of levels. And even as this, I am going to level up, but I can't level past level 9. So I'm going to see if I can do that. In fact, let me go ahead and see if I can do that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and level up, and I'm going to see what level I go to. Okay, I'm level 1, so I did this whole thing without leveling up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm right at 9th level. I haven't leveled up past 9, so now I can spend my points. Being a vigilant, I need to, 1, focus on a few skills other than others. First thing is one-handed. Okay, I spend 3 points on one-handed. Second thing I need to focus on is over here in the magic territory, but for then is alchemy. 1 in alchemy, 1 in illusion, and the reason I do illusion is because of harmony and the good spells that are in illusion. Those are the ones that I will take. Conjuration, I'm not going to take because I shouldn't be conjuring anything. Now, destruction, I'm definitely going to take. Okay, because I am going to be destroying shit. Restoration, definitely going to take. So that's my vigilant build. And alteration, definitely going to take. Just in case I need to use, once I get mage kind of armor set up, then those are the ones I'll be using. Now, I will also take block once I get another point, but I can wait on that. That's not really an important one, so we can always come back. So this is Aracyn, the Vigilant, and basically this is my take on dealing with Daedra. And so I'm calling this first section, there's about 16 Daedric Quests. Some I don't have to engage with, but I can eliminate in certain ways. But since I'm here, and it is kind of early in the morning, I'm going to eliminate the first 2, which is why I said I need to go to Markarth. And hold on, let's just go ahead and jump over to Markarth while we're at it. And the reason I go to Markarth is because, 1, when I start this, there's 2 quests that I like to get out of the way first and foremost. And also they can come up in the thing, and I think they fit really well with this, because we're going to do 2 quests. He's going to come up and tell me stuff. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, got it. Okay, leave me alone. Yes, go. Now, I'm not going to level again past 9. Even if I level up, I'm not going to go past 9. I'm just going to keep Dawnguard on the side, not letting it start yet. So, come inside. I've already been here before. And first person we're going to talk to is this guy.
Excuse me. Do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? Seems no. I'm with the Vigilants of Stendarr. Believe this house might have been used for Daedra work. It was actually just follow me. Thank you for your time.
Came inside. Now, what I do in here, and you can do what you want to, I do it one because it's just like way less messy. But basically I go through and I pick up everything in here. He said there's something in the basement, so the reason I use this is because then later I can use this as a storage point or whatever I need to, because I'm going to eliminate and block Daedra from infecting the world of Skyrim. The reason I say next message is because when the house, if you've never watched this before, this is called the House of Horrors, is the quest. And this is a normal Skyrim. This is not a mod. This is just a normal game. So if you've never done this or never talked to that guy or figured out what he was doing, this is what happens. So it is spoilers ahead, I will say that. But the reason I'm doing spoilers is because there are ways to fight and deny Daedra. The guy in there, he was completely confused. He's just not trying hard enough. If he wants to deny Daedra, it's not as difficult as you would think. Another reason for taking all this stuff, you can sell it, and since I'm not doing a like thief build or anything like that, it's going to be less likely to make money because, you know, vigilants are basically nomads. If you're in survival mode, quite a bit of food. And this is also, and eventually this is going to be a survival mode game, so might as well start stockpiling now. And don't worry, he'll wait on you. He's not going anywhere. It's better to get this out of the way. You can all shove it back in a thing. I just don't like crap flying everywhere. He said there's something in the basement, so I'm searching, checking it out. Now I do look at Vigilance as almost like an investigative agency. You don't know where everything is, so you got to be nosy and go find out where things are. So lesson 1 is the house of horrors and the ones that are very open and out in front of your face. I mean, you can't deny that this is something's going on. And several of them are like that. Some are hidden, that if you never engage with it, you'll never see. But we're going to talk about those too. Actually, we're going to deny some of those too as well. Now, some things one thing you have to remember: vigilants aren't saints. So basically, as a vigilant, you got to be willing to kind of take initiative and break in houses if you need to. I've kept this guy pure so far. Pure being that if you go to look at his crime stats, right here is I've got a total of 4 assaults. That's it. I've never stolen or broken into houses. I've never trespassed, but I've got 4 assaults. I can tell you already I'm going to get one lock pick during this. There's only one lock I need to pick, and that's the only one that will be picked. You can have your follower do it, but it still attributes to you, if I'm not mistaken. And even Feindal, even though he's Mr. Saintly guy, he will do that. If you tell him to pick a lock, he will. Because it's still in his skills that he has. Janess is the best, though. I will not lie to you that Janess is the best lock picker, safe cracker in the follower inventory. You can literally give her one lock pick and have her pick every lock.
There's another door. See if you can get it open.
See, he wants me to get the door open. I'm almost there. So it's not too long. Actually, we'll do 2 portions of the 2 quests, and this is the reason I came to Markhouse, because I think it is the most overtly Daedric influence place. Just because Tyranus here. He's already here doing the investigation, which already told me that if you're a Vigilant, you need to be like Tyranus. You need to be out here in the fight, taking care of stuff, not standing back, talking about you'll be drug off and, you know, by them if you're like worship Daedra. You don't need all that. That's a bunch of bluster. Okay, I'm almost there. I won't do this for everything past this point, but at least these ones are the ones that jump around, so it just irritates me. I can be messy too. Usually I have messy spots, but okay, we got everything kind of cleared now. Okay, now we're going to check the door.
Stendarr's mercy. This isn't an ordinary taker. We have to get help.
Weak. He's weak. You're strong. Crush him.
You first. Come on. Let's go.
No. Kill him. Crush his bones. Tear at his flesh.
Get out of my head, Daedra.
You will kill, or you will die.
I don't want to die. I can't die here. Daedra has us. It's you or me.
Yes, your reward is waiting for you further down.
And now you can see everything's turned dark and gritty, and things would have fallen all over the place. Hold on 1 second. Things would have fallen all over the place, and it'd be messy, and it's just a big mess. You can see here that the chairs have stacked now. This is really just a house of horrors, and actually, kind of in a way, I probably wouldn't use it, but as a hideout, because there's another better one that I will basically end up using. Missed a cup. But this is a good, it's safe storage after this quest. Actually, I think it's safe storage actually now, because this portion, especially the upstairs, is all done. It is definitely stigmatized now. And why am I bringing the body downstairs? I did strip him and bring the body downstairs because I don't want him laying around either. So I'll let him disappear down here.
So close, your prize is waiting.
Now some people, you know, Skyrim is set up where it will trick you into things. And basically I'll explain that with his statements down here. They're not as powerful as you think they are, they're just tricksters. They're powerful beings and entities that will trick you. Okay, I count that as Tyranus getting buried. He was a brave soul, but I'm going to take up his activism now.
Did you think Molegbal, the Lord of Domination, would so easily reward you? What do you see from that little cage? Speak.
I only see the spikes in this
Sharp,
trap.
aren't they? This was the last thing many saw before they were sacrificed in my name. But a Daedric Lord has his enemies, and my rival, Boethia, had her priest desecrated. So long since it's tasted blood, until you came. Fine, I offered you a reward. You'll forget the freedom your kind enjoys so much. But Boethiah's priest is imprisoned as well, but not by me. He is hurt, suffering. Save him. Let him perform his rites one more time. And when he does, I will be waiting for him.
Now we have to go find what's called. We're going to go find him. But the thing is, and the key thing is that when you're down here, he tells you that Boethiah, the priest of Boethiah, is suffering and hurt. And that gives you the idea that you need to go save him. Okay? Boethiah is a Daedra. One of the most evil ones. The one that's going to have you kill a follower later. You can deny the quest in a way where it will nullify this quest. It will no longer be in the game. I'm going to fail the quest intentionally. So, that's what I'm going to do. All we got to do is go back upstairs. I'm not coming back down here, but I still always just take all the crap. Some stuff I can resell. Pile down Stendarr with weapons and armor and stuff that I find. And everything else can pretty much be sold or stuffed into a bag that I can sell later. Most of it at my level right now is not worth anything anyway, though. So I'm not just 9th level, so. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed with the dealing with Daedra's treatment of the, with everybody's treatment of the Vigilants. It's like, you know, and I can understand that they sacrificed Vigilants to bring in Dawnguard, but I thought the whole concept before, in fact, the first character I made that was not Dragonborn, I made just a Vigilant. It's called the last Vigilant, or he's called the Vigilant, actually, the Vigilant just by himself before Dawnguard and all that came out. And I was running around basically running patrols off of being there because the Vigilant didn't, the hall didn't get destroyed then at 10th level. It was just, I was just a Vigilant. I'm out there freaking running around fighting monsters, you know, dealing with problems, things like that. But I started thinking a few years ago, how do you deal with Daedra and I've said it plenty of times, but I've never put it in video. So this is kind of my visual thoughts on the Daedra. And now we got this place clean. Come on, Stendarr, get out of here because we're closing this door forever. Okay. And you're the only one with the key to this house, so it's technically your house. Nobody else has a key. So none of the villagers will be coming near or anything like that. Sometimes guards will, but only if they're following you into your house, which they'll do in normal houses anyway. But our goal is to block this entrance and refute Molag Bal so he can't exist on this plane. And I know we won't stop him completely, but the key thing is that there will be no other quests that will involve Molag Bal in Skyrim. Now there are some that are hard, but first thing I do was load Stendarr up with the weapons.
What do you want me to carry?
I'll start doing the train archery with him after I get finished doing these quests and everything. Because there's several quests. There's actually a lot of quests that you can run just like this off of the main game. So when they say there's nothing to do with the Hall of the Vigilant, yeah, there is. You can go out and deny a quest. You could deny Daedra's right to exist. Okay, that's about everything for him. Now I'm going to put everything else in this drawer. So. everything that's not valuable. And stuff like this is all miscellaneous, not really no value to it. On the 3. No, I should have kept that one. Let me go back and get that. That's the only stuff I can actually use or craft with, but everything else, I'm not going to make a house. You know, because a vigilant, you're a nomad. You're not supposed to build a home. But I do have a storage spot that I will develop, though. We'll get to that much later. I haven't been to Lorcan yet, so he's not a Crusader yet, but he will become a Crusader. Beindall should have my axes, so looking for the heavy stuff. I already have one shield, I don't need 2. There we go, we're ready to run. Now this is lesson 1 that we're doing right now, and when we finish lesson 1, I'm going to save it that and call it Dealing with Daedra lesson 1. That way you know that this is lesson 1 of how to actually deal with Daedra. And he is over here. That's where Logroth is. But it's best to confront them where they are as fast as possible and then be done with them. So this won't be a truly long video because I'm almost about to fail the quest here in a few minutes. Somebody actually asked this question, and I answered the question with several of the techniques that I use. And he's like, oh, I never thought of that. I was like, yeah, a lot of people don't. I've analyzed the crap out of Skyrim, so this is my technique for kind of getting rid of things. Actually, I will, because basically you are a Crusader. A large portion would spit at me. Something spit at me. I don't know where it is. I don't see any red. Or maybe I hit a trap or something. Wolves. And why do I carry a shield? You're probably wondering, or you might be wondering. The Hall of Vigilant, I've never understood this, why they made this in the game, but the Necklace of Stendarr gives you 10% bonus to block with your shield. So why are they not using shields? I have no idea. They should be using shields and spells. And I do believe in wearing the armored gloves and what's it called? Actually, I think I am a Crusader already because I got my gloves on for. Okay, and sometimes when they're more powerful, fall back for some magic. There you go. Like I said, shield and magic. You know, you're a protector as a vigilant. You're a protector of the land, so nothing wrong with putting a little fire on, lighting things on fire. Now I do have accepted corruption, like breaking locks and things like that if I need to, especially if there's danger inside. Nothing wrong with that at all. Should be 2 of them I got up there. I thought there were 3. There might be the other one's probably buried under the other. Let me see how far this is. Oh, Drew Doc were out. Their buttholes anyway. That's actually, if you do the Forsworn Conspiracy, that's the home of Monadnock. And if you free him from prison, you are free to go there. But they hate horses. It's the weirdest thing. If you go there and you have a horse and you use that as like your base camp because you're playing Forsworn, they will try and kill your horse every time. It's the craziest thing. Often he's right there in that camp, but this time it looks like they put in a Drew Doc. The game probably knows what I'm doing because I went there like right away after leaving the Hall of Vigilance. But as long as you never go above 9th level, you'll never have to worry about any of that. So usually the out point was I will usually train with Restoration with Keeper Carcette until it's at straight up at 50. Because that's what she can train you in Restoration to 50, and that way your Restoration gets up. Between Muffle and Feindal, basically level me up is how I do that. So every time she trains me, then I level up with Muffle and getting training from Feindal to level me up. But right now we're just focused on getting rid of the Daedra. Who's this? Freaking what's it called here? Okay, quick take care of this. Let me get my crossbow out. Actually, while I was doing some, when I went through the quest line, which I said that's how weak it was. I mean, literally, I did it last night. I ran around and just did the quest line for dealing with Daedra. Like that's why I was kind of irritated. I thought it would be kind of drawn out a little bit, but no, not really. You start as a vigilant and then you kind of go. But I'm vigilant with a bow, so I will finish this. And this is not too hard. Just got to fight a few Forsworn to get to him. But this is still just lesson 1, because there are several lessons you can learn about Deny Daedric. And when you're finished, they're pretty much, I mean, they're not gone, but they are diminished because the actual princes themselves can't really do anything to you. Like if you want your game completely free of Daedra, you've eliminated the possibility of them. And if you might shoot me, I'll shoot you back. I'll go shield flames. You won't last. Now I go to my favorite spell, even though it burns your energy at low levels. I will use it on this guy up here. Guy or gal or whichever. That's the elemental bolt. You can get about 2 of them off at this level. Then I can rotate back to the crossbow, because that's that's a goblin. Chop him off at the knees. Do some dual spelling now. Another good one to have, especially when you're in a fight. Here I'm just going to wait, but I'm going to go in with dual spell. Basically my healing will be up, so go on Feindal, we're going to take out these dudes. Now sometimes you'll get Logroth will be in some innocuous place, but usually it's a forsworn hideout.
Wow.
And these guys, I think, are no, they're not friendly. And then you heal yourself as you're running around. You might pick up some restoration points while doing that. Just get a little reprieve. And who says freaking vigilants can't have fun? So we've taken out the forsworn threat. We run up here, and this is lesson 1. He's a priest of Boethia. He died. And there you have lesson 1. That's how I believe a Vigilant should be played. It's not boring. It is fun. You get to whoop ass. So lesson 1, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with the lesson 2. You guys have a good night.